Okay. All right. So this should be good. If we're live. Hello. Hello everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I had a little bit of a oopsie doopsie with my OBS, but we're good now. Hey Oscar, how are you doing? Hey RM, how are you doing? Just get all this aligned and ready to go. There we go. All right. So, again, no music, but you guys can listen to your own stuff over this. It should be totally cool, totally fine. Hey Asha, how are you? Okay, so hi, welcome to the stream. My name's Ashley. This is I'm here once a week on the Pixelogic channel, and I'm here usually sculpting creatures and characters and crazy weird things just on a whim, on like just for fun. It's a total, like, you know, as one of my friends used to put it, sculpt it like chaos, or concepts from chaos. That's right. Oh my goodness. So basically it's like sandbox sculpting. I'm gonna take a sphere, mash it into a bunch of shapes, and try and find a creature within those shapes. Sort of like the same as like if you've ever done cloud watching, or you're really bored when you were a kid on timeout and your parents didn't want to talk to you, so you stared at the ceiling and all those little like stubbly bits in the ceiling, and you were like, oh hey, that looks kind of like this or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing, but with clay. So you can join me if you want to in just like sculpting some random stuff like that. If you don't have ZBrush, Pixelogic does offer a 45-day free trial, so you can play around with that if you want. See if it is your thing, and if it is, then it's there for you. Yeah, but there's not really like any kind of like a theme or anything. You just kind of like go with it. You just throw around the clay, figure out what happens as it happens. It's very artsy fartsy, very like if Bob Ross were a 3D artist, right? That's exactly what's going on. So put on some chill tunes. Let me recommend to you some retro wave. Maybe go on to Spotify, search up some retro wave or synth wave. You could go and look at some synth wave, or chill step mixes are also really good for these kinds of things. I can't play that here because I don't want YouTube to destroy us, right? Because of copyright. So I don't have a good copyright-free playlist right now, so play your own music. I hope you guys are okay with that and my voice. Leo Messi. Oh no. Oh no, I don't dare. I don't dare. Hi Mike Black, how are you? It's been a while. I'm doing really well. How are you doing? Hey Alan and Allison. Just so that everybody knows, the primary language here on this stream is English. Unfortunately, I don't speak anything else on this stream, so if you have other questions in other languages, you can't like really like communicate with me, that's okay, because there's other streamers that speak a variety of other languages, and maybe they can help you out when they're live. So be sure to check out the schedule as well to see what kind of a streamer is streaming at what time. It's not just me. This isn't my stream. I like to clarify that all the time because people are like, wait, what? You're not Pixelogic? Yeah, no, I'm A cubed. I'm just a girl. I'm just here on Wednesdays. Brand new to the sculpting world. How long have I been using ZBrush? Oh, I've been using ZBrush for probably 5 years. Yeah, I just like a lot of it is I use it for conceptual things. I've used it in for jobs for 3D character modeling as well. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun for the 5 years. I think it took me about like a year to like really like get into it, but that was while I was in school and I wasn't like taking any courses on it or anything. But now Pixelogic actually offers Z Classroom. So hold on, if you're new, let me just get this up. Let me just get this up before I start, so you guys, if you're getting into it, you can kind of. Here we go. Let's get that on the screen. So if you're getting into ZBrush and you don't know where to start in terms of the UI and things, I'm not going to be walking through all the UI in this. I'm just going to be sculpting, and you can ask me questions as we go and have fun. It's just a chill art sesh, very artsy fartsy. But if you do want to learn specific things about ZBrush that you don't know, like what certain functions do, what certain tools do, pixelogic.com/zclassroom right here is your friend. They have a whole bunch of things, so you can start on beginner tutorials and just like, you know, just look at all of like these really beginner things. Intermediate, there's like advanced stuff as well, right? And it'll walk you through. They will walk you through a whole bunch of different different parts of the program and different ways of using it. And of course, if you have specific needs, like, oh, I want to learn Dynamesh. Like, what is Dynamesh? You could always just type that in here in the search, and boom, all of the videos with Dynamesh will pop up for you. So it's very, very good for learning the program. So zclassroom.com. Don't forget that. Yeah. So we're gonna we're gonna start. What do I want to do today? Oh, I don't know. We never really have a plan. We just kind of like go. And it just kind of turns into whatever. But what I like to do beforehand is just kind of like throw this down, make it really tiny. Well, tinier anyways, because then I can use my dynamic brush. And then I just kind of push and pull and see where it gets me. All right. So, where are we at? Okay. So again, I'm just going to be making like a bunch of shapes here. And I do use the stretching to my advantage as well. I really do like the stretching that happens, because when you Dynamesh it, the stretching becomes actual usable geometry, so it maintains the stretching look, but there's a lot more topology in there to work with. And then you can actually use the artifacts that are created from all this polygonal stretching as a design point in your concepts, and it can be a really nice way to quickly create skin textures and muscle pulling and things like that. Yeah. Finish your first big project, spent about 3 months on Edward Norton fight game character. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Dang, that looks really good. Good job, Mike. That looks really good. Yeah, I like the bruising that you put on his eye. That's awesome. That's very cool. If this is Bob Ross Digital Fortress of Chaos Squiggles, may I request you sculpt words, phrases, and sounds as well? Oh, that would be... yeah. Sculptural moment of the sculptor. Hey Masmo, midnight here in Italy, but it's always fine. Oh, you can go to sleep. There's VODs as well, so if you're unable to stay awake during these things, it's really late for you or whatever, you have work, whatever it is, there are videos that are saved to YouTube afterwards, so if you can't catch this, you can always catch it later. I understand, like, you want to, like, ask questions or interact and stuff, that's the whole point, but if you just want to watch, like, what happens, then you can see it on YouTube afterwards. that first recording on, oh man, that one was really bad. Sin, oh man. Yeah, that was special. I think that I did that on my channel because my friend really wanted to get into to ZBrush, and I just sort of wanted to do something for her, and I ended up doing it on stream and recording it and keeping it there so that she could view it at a later time. But now it's still there, and I'm just like, all right. So I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna do something a little bit different than I normally do on these streams. And I'm gonna throw down a bunch of like really big shapes like this and see kind of like where that goes. Like, I think we could probably get like an interesting looking like alien from this. So there's a bunch of different ways that I sometimes concept in ZBrush. Some of them more like, you know, I just start throwing down shapes like this if I know that I want to do like something more humanoid. And sometimes I just kind of like actually like full out push and pull. Oh, thanks, Sergio. Awesome to have you here. How long do I usually spend on a character model, and have I had to retop them after into a lower poly? Yes, I am very well aware of retopology. Again, it depends on the type of character like that you're working with and the complexity of that character. I wouldn't be able to like tell you right off the bat, you know, how long something is going to, like, you know, just all of my characters don't take the same amount of time, right? Like if I'm making like a full human character with like a bunch of accessories and like, or he's in like night gear or something like that, and like there's like all of like these armor pieces or whatever, and like that's of course going to take longer than something like a mushroom, right? Like if I'm just sculpting a mushroom. So it depends on the complexity of the character and like what's required. Oh, thanks, Sin. Chili pepper, yeah. Hi, Val. Hey, Rye. What is that? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. That's the fun thing. Bonsoir. Hi, Pixel. One thing that might be great blocker for anyone who runs ZBrush first time is that counterintuitive spawning models instead of being right away in edit mode. Oh yeah, that's something. So if anybody's new to ZBrush and you're first like opening up the program, probably the biggest one here. Like if I'm just gonna like quickly save this before I completely mess up everything. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys something that like almost everybody gets messed up with when you first get in here. So so basically when you're first starting out and you're like, oh, here's my sphere, I'm gonna put that down on here, and then you try to like move around and you're like, whoa, wait, what? Hold on, what's going on? I don't understand. Why is this happening? I don't understand. Okay, well, let me tell you. Let me show you. So to clear your canvas from all of this mess right here, if you have this mess happening, to clear it, you just go Control N. It will clear your canvas from that kind of stuff. And then when you drag something out, when you're done dragging it, release and click T. Now what T does, the T is the shortcut to this button right here. It looks like this. It's edit object. So if you're not in edit object, you're not in 3D mode. If you click T again, then you're going to immediately go back into 2.5D and you're going to start dragging your model out a whole bunch. And if that happens, remember Control N to clear, drag, release, T. And so when you go and click T, you're going to see this border show up on your canvas as well. So you'll know that you're in edit mode. And then another one too, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to grab my brush here. I'm going to grab my clay brush, and I'm just going to, oh, what is this? Why do I need to, okay, that's because it's, you need to make whatever mesh that you're using, you always have to click make poly mesh 3D. So that is going to make the object that was just a 2.5D object now be a usable 3D object that you can kind of like sculpt on and do whatever you want with. So that's another one as well. So there you go. Those are the big ones. And I crashed. All good. It's fine. It's fine. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. It's cool. Whole business drove you nuts the first time you opened the program. Yeah. Yeah, it gets everyone. It does, it gets everyone. Alright, I gotta load her up again. Alright, there we go. So remember, drag, T. Boom, usable. Alright. A lot of differing answers when you, yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of different answers. You can't really like say for sure like how long one thing is going to take. Of course, if a client is going to come to me and say, "Hey, I have this specific thing in mind. How long will that take you?" then I'll be able to say, "Okay, well, because of that specific thing and these are the requirements, like these are all the requirements and this is what you want to use it for." Like I can tell you that it'll take me within this range of time to finish it for you depending on the back and forth that happens for feedback. So it is a very back and forth kind of thing that happens. It's not a one glove fits all kind of a thing. All right. So yeah, I'm just putting oh my gosh, I'm just putting down a whole bunch of putting down a bunch of shapes. Not really like knowing exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of, you know, putting down some shapes and seeing if I can create an interesting silhouette with them. There are different ways that if you were to watch other videos of mine, you will see that this is not typically what I do on these channels. On this channel, rather. In fact, I actually like to take the sphere and actually muck it around into a nasty mess. But I figured, what the heck, we'll do a different way. We'll do a different way and see where we go. Go ahead, crash it. It's not like I wanted to sculpt you anyways. Oh my god, yeah. Actually, yeah, we could do something more like that. And I'll probably... Oh, are we not... How did we go off of the axis? Are you actually kidding me right now? Hold up. No, that's gotta be... Did we mess up that somehow? We did. How? Oh, it's because we... Oh... Stupid. Okay, whatever. Somehow I took off the symmetry when I was doing that other thing. That's okay. There we go. I'm gonna make sure symmetry is on all of these. Yeah. Yeah, it took off symmetry for whatever reason. Hey, Year, how are you? Thanks for the help. No problem, Sergio. Oh no, there's lots of people that are also streaming their character creation process. It's not just me. It's been going on for a while. All right, see you, Francois. What creature am I doing today? I don't know. That's a question that happens a lot. I never really know what we're doing, to be honest. Just kind of like mucking around, seeing where it goes. Probably something creepy. Yeah, no, I never really have any ideas when I come in here. I just kind of start placing stuff around, seeing where the clay is going, and then yeah, seeing where it evolves from there. It's just sort of like a fun work session. A how did I say it before? Sandbox sculpting. There we go. Actually, if we're gonna go creepy. Alright, let's see if I can make this look kind of nasty like. Alright, so this is where I would activate the Sculptress Pro mode. I want to make sure that it's not too high. There we go. Okay. So first things first. Do that. That jumped like probably too much. Alright, let's do it a little higher. There we go. Hey! Do I stream every week? Usually I stream here on Wednesdays. There are some weeks that I take off due to either work things or personal life things. But I do try to stream here pretty frequently. On my channel, though, it's kind of like the Wild West. There's not really a schedule. It just kind of happens when it happens. I want to fix that, but so far we're just kind of like in, I don't even know what the schedule is. But I do stream there as well. Alright, and now no more Sculptress Pro. Because I just wanted to pull that out, and now I'm going to go back to getting all of those juicy stretched polys. Yes, it is creepy. I love sculpting. I love making really creepy looking things. Things are just like, you know, just off. Just looks like really like, why? Why is that the way it is? It shouldn't be this way. The more informative one? Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, you definitely should check out more people because there are a lot of amazing artists on here that have more experience than I do as well. I mean, I offer as much as I possibly can, but some people in here literally have like 10 years experience and stuff, so like definitely check them out as well. Because when I stream, I'm like, you know, I like, of course I'm gonna offer advice and things like that, but for the most part, like when I'm here, I just kind of want to have fun. I just want to have like a relaxing, nice, chill kind of work session, you know, like just something that you can put on like the side of your screen and like ask questions when you're doing your work as well if you want, but sort of like a study group, you know what I mean? Like I think that's the best way to say it, like a study group. Like I'm like here to just kind of like muck stuff around with you, right? Physical clay figure sculpts on YouTube. Yes. Speaking of physical clay, mugs. There's this really cool guy I want to show you guys on Instagram. I am so close to getting one of his for one of his mugs. They're expensive, but like they're so cool in the vein of being really creepy. Let me just see if I can find him. Dude, this guy is like I'm sure some of you guys might know him. They have like he has the coolest mugs, dude. This guy named Turkey Merc. I wanted this one so bad. Like that's isn't that the coolest? Like speaking of traditional like sculpting, and then he makes molds of it and makes a whole bunch of them, but they're always limited and they're just like the coolest looking things. They're so sick. But yeah, like absolutely inspiration can come from traditional sculpting for sure. Like there's something so cool about it. I just love these. So I figured I'd share that with you. Like this guy is like super cool. Turkey Merc on Instagram. Yeah, Turkey Merc. He's so cool. Anyways, yeah, I love that. That's really awesome. Experience. Oh no, that's not true. That's not true. I think talent definitely is a byproduct of practice and focus in your craft. Talent doesn't just, I mean, there are people that will latch onto ideas and concepts and theories quicker than others, but that doesn't necessarily mean that like just because you're talented, you know, like it doesn't, I don't know, like the when talent is something that comes from practice and doing something a lot. Like it, you know, there's only so much that like, oh yeah, I got this like faster than everybody else, and then, you know, like if you're not going to be practicing that on top of it, it's just, it goes to waste. So yeah, they are cool, right? Not a family mug. Well, good thing I am in the Addams family. uh Hang out like the Breakfast Club with polygons. There you go. Oh, scared boy. You got the ZBrush trial? Yeah, the UI will come to you though. It'll come over time. It is a little bit like weird at first, but it will you'll get used to it. And honestly, the way that the UI is, like I do understand why it is the way it is, and it makes sense once you start using ZBrush more. No, let's do making those cups in ZBrush and printing them. I don't think that it could be an even bigger scale because he like no, because like you know you'd still like if you were to print them, you still have to make the molds, and so you're just doing exactly what a traditional person would be doing anyways afterwards. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get something. Hey Kyle, how are you doing? Yes, I agree. Hard work trumps talent any day, and talent is technically something that can be like it can be manifested if you work towards it, right? Like if you're constantly doing things every single day, you're going to be somebody that people refer to as talented even though it's something that you've been working towards, right? Like talent isn't something that just magically sprinkles itself from you know, the clouds. Like it doesn't rain talent on somebody one day and suddenly they're talented. No, they've been working towards that, right? And sure, there's like savants, but they're like 1% of like everything. Like they don't, it's not talent comes from practice. Doing good. Awesome. Sweetness. Making the creepies here again today. Hope that's okay, Kyle. I know I do a lot of weird stuff here. Have I been on Twitch lately? Yeah, I'm here at least every Wednesday on my own channel. It's kind of like up in the air. It happens randomly. I really like I don't know about the schedule, dude. Like on my channel, it's just like it's I'm a mental mess. But yeah, we're like I'm usually here every Wednesday or almost every Wednesday. So, you know. No, we don't want that. Could pull this guy back. All right, I'm gonna do a Dynamesh. So you can see all these stretched polygons, like it's super low res. But the fun thing about all of this is it's going to turn into usable geometry. Are you ready? Are you ready? Watch this. Watch this. Boom. Now it's usable, but it still looks like it's all been, you know, it's all nastied. But that's the great part about it because it can actually like help you in finding certain things when you're sculpting, like all of like these hard edges and things like that that kind of like happened can be weird creature landmarks. So that's a lot of fun. Dynamesh is fun. Oop. Hey, Smartest, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, guys! If you don't know Smartest, he's another Pixelogic streamer here on the ZBrush channel. You should go check him out. He actually streams right after me, like an hour after me. So once you're done here, if you still haven't had your fill of ZBrush, then he's there for you. He's right there for you. Right here. Right here for you guys. He is a man of the people. Banned you for going on Twitch too much? Oh. Well, when you work, can you make a compromise? Like when you work, you can have art streams on the side at least. To develop a creature project whose iconographic preferences? You want me to wait, what? I'm sorry. Can you rephrase what you'd like me to do? What if you make a pen stand or flower vase in ZBrush and printing and it'll look cool anyways? Yeah, you could totally do that. Why not? Why not? Yeah, everybody's talking about the Adobe and algorithmic acquisition, but I'm not going to comment on anything. I'll let you guys do all of that. Hey, Packle! Came from one of your nightmares. Good, that's exactly what we're going for. Hey, Seagull! Tell me about the glasses. Oh, okay, so these ones are not the computer glasses that I had. These ones, you can see they're kind of like yellow tinted. I had gotten glasses just to help with like my headaches on the computer, and I haven't been on the computer today, so I'm cool, like I'm fine with it. But I got these, and I was like, I kind of like the way that they look, so I got some fake glasses that are not yellow tinted. Here I am, pretending to not be able to see. The computer glasses, absolutely, yeah, they work. They work a little bit anyways to at least make my eyes not hurt as much, and they do help with like allowing me to feel tired at night instead of like staying up until 5 in the morning. Like I actually feel tired because, well, not as much blue light is hitting you, and blue light is it wakes you up in the morning. So that's nice. But I can't say that it's like cured my migraines or anything like that, but it does kind of help. And I'll take anything that just kind of helps, you know? And they're not like the full yellow tint either. They're kind of like still clear. But I'll take it. The difference between the move brush and the snake hook brush. The move brush is more of an averaged kind of thing, so I'll show you the difference right here. And the best way that you can see what the difference is by doing it yourself, obviously, but I'll show you here on like a cylinder. So if I take the move brush, or actually it would be better to do it on a sphere. Here we go. So if I take the move brush right here, and I pull, you can see with the topology, it's sort of like it's averaged out. Like it'll pull in an average sort of way. Like I'm very bad with technical terms, so bear with me. In layman terms, in dumb, like I can't really say anything technical worth my life. It pulls everything at the same sort of weight. So it's like averaged when you pull it out, and it's very slow, right? Like it's a slow, precise way to move things. You can see how much, like I have to move in order for a big chunk of it to be moved. Now with Snake Hook, it doesn't do that. It just kind of, it lets things drop off and it just pulls, and it goes really, really fast because of this. And you start to get like these nasty bits as well if you just keep going, because like Snake Hook does just keep going, right? Like you can literally just keep going with it and it'll be an actual polygonal mess. But if you want to experiment, this is the tool for you to experiment with. Whereas the move tool doesn't keep going. It will stop when it realizes it can't pull as much anymore. Like where's the move tool? Right here. So it like, yeah, it'll stop when you get to the edge of your screen. It won't like, there you go. Right? So that's the difference. Oh, thank you, Belia-san. Appreciate it. Ready to learn with the Z girl. From Men in Black, yeah, I know, right? It's some weirdness. The artists misuse the word fun quite often when they talk about work. You have to learn when an artist is saying fun out of sarcasm or if they're saying fun because it actually is fun for them. And the thing is, like, when you're an artist, like, a lot of weird things you might not realize are actually, like, really fun. Like, a lot of these things, like, if I say, like, I like stretching geometry out, and that's a lot of fun, it's because it's a lot of fun. But if I say, oh man, oh boy, I can't wait to retopologize this super thin piece of geo and, you know, have it sent off to Raker's Word only to come back, wow, this is so much fun, that's sarcasm. so so I wouldn't say it's misused, it's just used in different contexts. Brazilian, no worries. No worries, Calvin. Enjoy your breakfast. Yeah, and I do a lot of my topo in Maya, but ZBrush does have a function for retop if you want to get into that. It uses the Z spheres, and of course, like, there is Z remesher as well. So you can use a combination of Z remesher and then sending to another program, and that's a lot of the time what I like to do for the more you know, things like metal pieces or whatever that aren't gonna deform, because then it just gives you like a base to go off of. All right, let me see. Dynamesh that. Cool. Bork. Just getting started and watching some videos to help you learn. Well, I would recommend, as I did earlier in the stream, to go and check out Z Classroom. They will, you know, it's by the Pixelogic team themselves. They will be able to help you learn some very specific tools that, you know, if you're really confused, you can also like search in the search bar, like, oh, I don't know anything about Dynamesh, I want to learn about Dynamesh, I hear all these streamers talking about Dynamesh. And, you know, you just type it in the search bar at zclassroom.com, and there's a bunch of Dynamesh videos there for you, and it'll explain exactly what it does with technical terms instead of whatever I'm doing, which is just like, it's big and makes things work. No, it's not. It is not my tutorial videos. But yeah, Michael Pavlovich is also brilliant. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Yeah, so go and check out Michael Pavlovich as well. You have your first 3D print? Awesome. That's so cool. I still haven't even done that. Yours go add retopology to ZBrush? Rephrase, please. He moves fast, but you can always like pause. You can pause the video. I dare you to watch Mike's video on 2x speed on YouTube. 2x speed. He already exactly, so it'll be 4x speed. Good luck. What is the name of that creature? You can come up with whatever name you want. I'm gonna call him the Creep Noodle. Or we can call him Meat Scepter. Mike is on to something. Yeah. Yeah, he probably like speeds up his video. No, he doesn't even speed up his videos though, because if you were to actually go and watch him on Twitch when he's actually live, he actually talks that fast. It's insane. Prometheus and Men in Black and Everything Scary and Alien. Alright, let me dynamesh this guy. Have some fun with the face. I guess somebody had asked me, oh, do we use the word fun too much? And when I say like fun with the face, I actually do mean like I do have fun sculpting the face. So I wouldn't say that it is a misuse of the word fun, because I do genuinely have fun sculpting. No, don't say sorry. I just I'm trying to understand, that's all. I'm sorry I don't speak anything but English. He presented live at ZBrush at the same speed. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that's great. I wish I could talk that fast. I can't even when I've got coffee in me, man. I can't go that fast. Only working in ZBrush and sculpting, do you have to expand your work to texturing, scene, light prep, rendering, and some post-processing, or just sculpting? So it depends on what I'm working on. If I'm doing concept work, then my process is as follows. Ooh, hi, Monty. My process is as follows. I go, either I start with a sketch in Photoshop, depending on, you know, what's in my brain and how fast I want to get it out, or I start mucking around in ZBrush. And then I go to Keyshot, and then I go to Photoshop, and you know, do post-processing there. If it is for a finalized character, and I'm not starting from, like, I'm not the concept artist and they're giving me something to work off of, then I jump into ZBrush. I do everything up until like the secondary form details. So that means like I get my muscles in there. I don't get any wrinkles. I don't get any pores. I don't get like fine details. I don't get like you know, stitching or anything like that in there. I don't get any of that. I just get the primary and secondary forms in place. Then I jump over to Maya, do retopology in a T-pose state or a pose, depending on what they request for their rigor and what's best. And then I come back to ZBrush, finish up after it's been UV'd, finish up, you know, adding details that I don't think I will be adding in Substance. And after that is done, I bake it all out. get into substance and start adding in more stuff for texturing purposes, bake all of that out and apply, throw it all in Maya, or I've used Blender as well with cycles, and so that's another one, and off she goes. What's the first sculpt you start with as a beginner? I usually give your uni students an evil Pac-Man creature as a start. Oh, awesome. The first sculpt I started with as a beginner, dude, when I first started ZBrush, I jumped right in and I started doing a dragon. I was doing so many dragons and they were like awful, and I didn't even know about the move brush. I didn't know about the move brush. I was just like, oh, the snake hook tool, and then I started doing dragons with snake hook, and now I'm just like stuck in my ways. I don't understand GTVR. I'm so sorry. Ooh, hi Monty. By being slow for a very long time. Oh my god, right? That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna give this a bit more resolution. I think it would be a lot of fun actually if I just yeah, I'm gonna actually do like teeth. It's gonna be a bit, but what the heck, right? This isn't like a super complicated creature or anything. It's just what am I doing? Oh my gosh, IMM. There we go. Where's the primitives? There we are. Let's get a capsule. Whoop. Split. Get in there. Always start. Do I understand Portuguese? No, I don't. I'm sorry. There are other streamers that understand Portuguese. Actually, I think Ana Carolina is one of them, so she can help you out if you don't know her. She is Brazilian, living in Texas. Pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Dragons, yeah, they are pretty boss. More likely goes to the game industry, or more likely cinematics or something else. Yeah, cinematics and film is usually what I go with. A lot of my work is based around that. I haven't had any game clients yet, which is interesting. I understand. Not hurt. I think it would be really cool to do some game work, though. If y'all out there, you want me for your game, no? No, I don't have anything game related in my portfolio, so it's like makes sense. And duplicate this guy. I kind of want to like make these a little bit more flat. There we go. Take that and then make it a little bit tinier. Oh my goodness. Shane Olson is awesome. Yeah, honestly, all of the artists here on this channel are really great. You should definitely check out the schedule if you haven't. So, you know, I'll put in the here we go. Schedule. Here you go. Hey Jackal, how you doing? For horror games, it would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, working for some, like, a horror game would be absolutely amazing. I would love that. Actually love that. Next God of War. That would be sick too. But, I don't know. Being Naughty Dog level, I don't know. Just don't know. Would be sick though. Okay. This isn't even lined up, is it? No, not really. It's kind of annoying. Okay, and now that I kind of have that, I'm gonna take all of this and just push it in. Actually, better to mask it. Better to mask it. Take all of this in here and shove it in. Get in there. There we go. And they really need to look nice because they'll be covered with teeth. Alright. Oops. Duplicate that. Spin it around. Push her in. Where to see my portfolio? Well, I can't show you any like professional work, unfortunately. Everything is like Everybody's always told me, hey, you can't post the models that you worked on professionally. Cool, whatever. But I can show you my art station. Here we go. And my art station. And if you want, wait, I don't even know how to do this. Here, I'll just copy paste this and everything so you can follow me on these things. There you go. And I guess, oh, there we go. We'll put it on Facebook as well. No longer available. Shoot. Okay, I'm on the wrong Facebook one. Darn it. What's my go-to render software? Well, rendering, I usually do concept-based stuff. So for that, I use Keyshot. There you go. Oh, no, that's the... Oh my gosh, I just keep posting the wrong things. I'm a mess. Look at me being a mess. Ignore that. I'll just post it again. Here you go. Snakes are your nightmares. Oh my goodness. Snakes are just misunderstood sociopaths. I am a mess. Industry standard transformation gizmos, pretty good. Yeah, no, the gizmo's awesome. Lots of teeth, and the gizmo's really awesome. Yeah. So when do I start my streams? Usually 6 p.m. EST, and it usually goes until 10 p.m. EST on these channels, or on this channel. Wow. Hi, words. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Words are really difficult. All right, I'll dupe this one. Cute sociopaths. It depends on the snake, really. I've seen some pretty ugly looking snakes. Like, they just look very misfortunate. Like, oh man. Pork. You love snakes? That's fair. That's totally fair. When I was a kid, used to absolutely be obsessed with snakes. Used to live in like a forested area, and my brothers and I would go out into the woods, and this one time we found a mating pit of snakes. And now I don't know if you guys know how snakes mate, but they're found in like these orgy piles. They're literally just there having like orgies in a big mass. And me and my brothers, I think I've told this story before, but, you know, to all those new people, my brothers and I, being super young and obsessed with snakes without parental supervision, were like, you know what would be a great idea is to get one of those giant tubs that holds all of the pool supplies, dump all the pool stuff out, like the pool noodles and stuff, bring that giant tub of that plastic tub over, put a bunch of snakes in it, and take it inside. Wasn't a good idea. Really wasn't. But I could tell you that when my parents saw a whole snake orgy in the kitchen, there was words to be had. But they were like garden snakes, like garter snakes. The ones that aren't poisonous or whatever. I mean, it's Canada. There is not really... Yeah. We had some words. So teeth, aren't they just so super fun? I mean, it takes a long time, but the result ends up looking like pretty fun, pretty cool. Everything like intersecting. Do this one. Pull it over. Yeah, my childhood stories they're a doozy. They're a lot of fun. A lot of outdoorsy stupid things that happened with my brothers and I. I mean, what happens when you're super young, live in a forest, and you don't really have any parental supervision? You bring home a lot of animals. I've had so many pets. I've like nursed back to life. I can't even count on my hand how many chipmunks I've nursed back to life in my house. Oh my god. Like, find these animals that are just like having a hard time, bring them in, nurse them back, throw them back outside into the wild, never see them again. But that wasn't the case with the snakes, though. That was just straight up like, oh look, giant pile of snakes, bring it into the kitchen. Drummer. Have I seen Bakinski? Yes, I have. Oh my god. I can't even say that. I can't say his name, but yes, I have. Yes, I have. Catch, heal, release, repeat. I'm just a Pokemon Center at this point. You can call me Nurse Joy. You do the same thing, Jackal. You just see a giant snake pile. Oh, you know where that should go? The kitchen. Oh, man. Absolute mad lads. And just as a disclaimer, all the snakes were fine. They were all released eventually. My brothers and I kept one each. My parents made a compromise with us. They're like, fine, you can take one each. Here's like, you know, the old fish tanks. We don't have fish anymore, so here's some fish tanks. And we'll go get some crickets. And that was another mistake. We took very good care of the snakes, but we had heat lamps and everything. It was great. And these fish tanks were not small. They were large. The problem happened when my younger brothers decided to release all of the crickets in my bedroom when I was younger. And then I wasn't able to sleep in my bedroom because there were probably upwards of 200 crickets hiding out there. So that was great. It was fantastic. It was like 2 months later and I still heard crickets in my room. Kitchen is tile, so they'd have wiggle room. Oh, man. There we go. See how fun that is, teeth? Oh, look how adorable his mouth is. Rabbits. Oh my gosh, I had rabbits too. Oh man, so many rabbits. There were so many rabbits in my backyard when I used to live there. Have you seen them in real or just the internet? Yeah, just internet images. I haven't seen them in real life. I'm sure they'd be so cool. You just release the snakes? Release the cracky crickets. Yeah, I should just let the snakes go in the room at that point. Just take care of it. Take care of the crickets. Piles of snakes. Must catch. It's like if you were in Pokemon, it's just like, oh my god, look at all the Arboks. Feels like Team Rocket. I mean, the boss will love this. The times when your kids usually involve the best memories. I feel like it's like over time, it's like a fine wine, right? The memory just like sits there and gets better as you age, because then you start remembering it a different way, and it's just like, I can't tell if it's exaggerated or not at this point. It's just what I remember. But it's been so long ago. It's like, yeah, childhood memories are like fine wines. They age nice. From Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. What is that? I don't know what that is. Sounds fantastic. A large amount of noise. It was awful. It was so ear piercing. Like there was like upwards of 200 crickets in that room. It was not. Yeah. Like kids getting stuff for their parents, right? That's exactly what it is. Monty is so disgruntled. Oh, I wish I could show you guys. He was in the snow today. And he there's so much snow here that he looks like a little bunny shark hopping in and out of it. Cause he's just a corgi, right? So he can't even he's just tiny. He's like this little midget in the snow. You just see his backside. It was just like, it was snowing, so I couldn't record it because my phone was getting so wet. But he was having a good time. Hey, Mom and Dad, I bet you wish you kept all those snakes when the crickets got loose. Ooh. Goes out, finds another pile of snakes. There's him, a lot of dark grim humor. Oh, okay. Horned scorpion, snake dude. Which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? Glasses are understated. They're eating my face. They're basically my whole face. Images on the internet are like flat and desaturated. Oh, in real life the paint. Yeah, but that's like everything. Honestly, like literally everything. It looks better in real life. I was gonna make a joke about myself, but then I just realized not the place, not the time. Hello, okay, screaming as loud as possible. Hello, can I ask how you can fill the hole in ZBrush? I tried to dye mesh, but still the holes! The holes! Alright, glad you know. So if you've got a bunch of holes in your mesh, you don't have to scream, by the way. You're cool. The holes! You really don't have to scream, but yeah, if you got holes in your mesh, usually it's because when you dynamesh something, there is like, you know, you don't have two sides of the two sides are too close, right? Two sides of your mesh. So what I would do is inflate it before dynameshing, inflate it and try dynameshing again. That way you won't get a hole there, because what ends up happening, let's see if I can try and recreate it. Sometimes I can recreate it, sometimes I can't. Let's see. So if we like super smash this down and then do something like without backface mask, I'll just do that, and then we dynamesh it. You're talking about these things, right? Right here. And then if you say close holes, not all of it will fill, right? That's what you're talking about. So this kind of a thing you can avoid by inflating your mesh. It means that you don't have enough space here. You see how if I pushed all of that down, it's just one-sided geometry now at this point. So if you close the holes, all of these right here, all of these are actually just stitched together. Like it's just stitched together. It's one-sided geo. So if you said close holes, it's not gonna work. So you need to inflate this. So if I were to go back before that, and then I inflated this area a little, like you don't even need to do it that much, but just like kind of like give it a little bit of like an inflate, and then you dynamesh. Well, okay, I need to do more. But yeah, you oh man, I'm bad at explaining these things. Inflate it. Oh, it's because I'm using clay buildup. My bad. Okay, so inflate. Hello. If you inflate it just a little bit and then you dynamesh it, you're not going to get that problem because now you have actual two-sided geo. Whereas right here, it's so thin that if you dynamesh it, you're going to get the holes. Doesn't matter about closed holes at that point. But if you do a little inflate, just a little bit, then you can dynamesh and you'll be fine again. Okay? Camera pulls away dramatically, focuses on face, head turns The holes. Lantern Boy. Lantern Boy? Oh, we want to go and look at Lantern Boy? Alright, hold on. Let me save this. Let's see. Okay, so there was 73 was one of them. This is one of the lantern dudes, or are you talking about the one before this one? So this was one stream that we did. Then there was also, is it this guy? The one before that? Yeah, and then this was the other lantern guy. So is it this one that you wanted to see? You haven't been back since him? Oh yeah, no worries. Name of that guy, the guy that also do Monster? Oh, on the Pixelogic stream, Brett Briley also does a bunch of creatures, so you can check him out. Yeah. So these on these streams, I think I was a little bit more focused. This stream, I'm like really like more focused on like just talking to you guys and like doing some silly stuff, which is like it's different every single stream. Sometimes we're like more focused on actually like pulling out like a concept. Other times we're just kind of like, let's just do something simple. It's cool. So yeah. All right. Anyways, goodbye. Goodbye, lantern things. Away with thee. Back to whatever this is. The ugly alien. Oh my god. The ugly alien. Me? No, JK. JK. I kid. Oh man. Man, that taste of like coffee after you drink it is just really intense. Makes me want to drink water really bad. I don't know why I'm even talking about this. Oh yeah, you got that. That's who you're talking about. Dark Star Thresh? What is that? What are all these things that you guys talk about? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know these references. I'm not a true nerd. Weh. Am not a real nerd. Hi Lena! How are you doing? Guys, if you don't know who Lena is, I'm sure you do. But if you don't, she sculpts and plays games over on her channel. She used to be a Pixelogic streamer as well. Go and follow. Do the follow. She's awesome. She's super, super good at what she does. And she's really fun. She gives a great stream. She's good. So go do it. Do it up. She's good. Dude, well, you are. You're good. You're just, in general, just good. You're a good one, you know? You know how, like, you just look at somebody and you're just like, yeah, they're good. They're just overall just good. Like, everything about them is just good. So. Thanks, Eduardo. Thank you, Lena. Put a rat trap in its jaw. What? Game industry, character skins from League of Legends. Dude, I stopped playing League so long ago. I just do not keep up with the like what the skin names are or anything. Like I'm not a true gamer girl. I just put controllers in my mouth and lick them. Don't Google Dark Star lol skins because you will change this concept. Okay, I won't. Don't worry. I mean, nothing I do is really like actually original because it's all based on stuff that I've like seen and it's in my subconscious. Just like everyone, there's like literally everyone in the world is basing their imagination off of what they've seen already. So you want to talk about originality? What is originality? It doesn't exist. Trick question. Hey, evening. How are you? Hi, DB. Hey, Sal. How are you? Okay. Man, some good tunes tonight. Too bad you guys can't hear it. Oh my god. What? That's some other gamer girl? What if okay, Sin, what if I were to tell you? What if I told you that you can do both as a girl? What if I told you that me sculpting here was just one of many things that I do as a girl? Oh my god. Can only respect can only respect Whammon if Whammon has played game in past. What channel? What are you talking about? Which channel? It's John Cage banger. I don't know what you're listening. That's not me. I'm not listening to that. But yeah, sure. Yes. uh you guys make me laugh. You guys are funny. What's wrong with gamer girls? Yeah, oh, you know what I think I need? You know, I think I need? I need to put my controller in my mouth. Hold on. I need to like That's what I need to do. Just shove it down my shirt and then sculpt. Look, I do think. Just lick it. Just lick the controller. Don't be a gamer girl. Oh no. Jesus. Oh no, I didn't know if I played games I can't be an inspiration. My life dreams, my goals, my aspirations. Lena, you're doomed. You're doomed. You can't be an inspiration. Stop playing games. You're not gonna inspire anyone. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. It's okay, I'll be doomed with you. Let's just be doomed together. Instantly not inspiring. Oh man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright, I'll work on other parts of the body. I guess. You know what we could do, actually? Don't play games, make games. What if I told you it's possible to do both? Is there a theme for today? Yeah, gamer girl. I'm sorry. I can't. No, there's no theme. You can just do something creepy. Do like here's a theme. Danger noodle. Oh man. I need a headphone cord. This keeps popping out. Don't eat food, cook food. How dare you be a chef and eat your own food? It's not inspirational at all. Oh my god. Oh my god, my hands are shaking now. Look at what you guys did. This is your fault. Whew. Actually, I think I didn't music channel? No, you can go onto you can go onto Spotify and just look up things like synthwave or retrowave or chill step, and you'll enjoy that stuff while like over top of art. I think that works really well. Those things. I just can't play a lot of it because I haven't found a whole bunch of copyright free stuff that will not be destroyed by YouTube. So just play some music over top of my voice. Can't have your cake and eat it, I guess. That is the dumbest saying ever. I don't like that saying. It's the dumbest thing. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, bitchy! Laura, what's up? How you doing? Should move the neck around so it's not just straight. You got something against good posture? Huh? Huh? You want this guy to have nerd neck? Is that it? You want this guy to have nerd neck? I don't want him to give him nerd neck. Oh, man. Let me just give this a savorino. I'm gonna make that smaller. Wait. Okay, good. We have that on. That's good. Yeah, whatever. It's all good, Charles. I appreciate the sentiment, though. I mean, over on my channel, there's always the sub button if you feel like it on twitch.tv/a_cubed. Wow, that felt weird to shill myself out like that. But yeah, if you do feel like you want to sub or something, that's my channel. But I don't stream too frequently right now. It's about how you're sitting while painting in Photoshop. Oh, with this, yeah, with your the nerd neck. Yeah, nasty moves. Have I walked on functional assets? Yes, I worked as a 3D character artist as well as a concept artist. Imagine he'd move very slowly. Yes, he would just be creepy. He would, like, his whole purpose of existence is to just be creepy. Actually, I don't want that. I want it to like. I'm gonna actually kill that. Delete hidden close offs. Don't care for that. You know what I just thought of? Deoxys from Pokemon. It's like horror Deoxys. Maybe. Okay. Could do this. And then this. And then this guy. Yeah. You're trying to remember what it was making you think of. You can think that it's a Pokemon movie. Yeah. No, he's got the weird Deoxys thing going on, I think. A nerd neck and a neck beard. All in one. Passionate about that stuff? Wait, what are you ranting? Oh, yeah. No, cool. I'm like completely missing the chat right now. I agree with you, Rye. I 100% agree with you. No, Sid. Okay. Yeah, no. It's all good, Sid. Like I was just having a laugh in general because like just the idea of all of that is just insane to me because there are a lot of people out there that are just like I can't respect you because you don't, you know, play games or whatever. Like it's a weird, or if you you know, if you're a girl and you play games, you're immediately assumed to be like, oh, I'm gonna lick a controller and stuff it down my shirt, like you know, that sort of thing. And like also, if you want to lick a controller and still be good at a game, then good for you, right? Like, oh my god. You start on Lightwave those years ago, wishing those dudes are just half as fun. Oh. Uh, I mean, yeah, you know what? There's a lot of really great artists on the Pixelogic channel. You should definitely check it out. Have have a good gander around and check out how entertaining everybody here is. Go and follow Lena. She's also super entertaining. Okay. Yeah, like I lick my controller clean every day. Mm-hmm. Just like a cat. I bathe my controller with my tongue. Am gamer girl. It's Dustin Cole. Sorry. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to be sorry for being late. It's all good, dude. Welcome aboard the I don't even know what train. Tonight on WTF is this? We're doing another WTF is this? Get them pecky sores. It's hygiene. Working here? Yeah. Oh yeah, no worries. Hi, Hernan. How are you? Play games and make games. You work in the games industry. Do both all the time. Doing both is fun. I don't work in the games industry. I work in film. I would love to work on games though. It would be fun. I think what I look for in projects though is like more indie based stuff. Done my fair share of like already existing IPs that need to be approved by external clients and things. While that's like really awesome to work on that kind of stuff, it's also it can get very tedious in the late game when a million revisions come through and then you realize you have to go back to stage 1 again, revision 1, because the client just wanted to try a whole bunch of things and realized, you know what, actually you were right from the beginning. And then there's lots of hands usually on that kind of stuff, already existing IPs, whereas like indie you have a lot more artistic freedom, from my experience anyways. Very weird flamingo, yes. Gotta head out. All right, see you later, smartest. Hopefully I'll be able to like stop by for a second, but if I'm not, I hope you have a good stream later tonight. Guys, if you haven't followed Smartest, go check out his stuff. He's gonna be streaming after me tonight at 11 p.m. EST, I think it is. So like an hour after I'm off. What did you miss? You missed me talking about a snake orgy, talking about licking my controller and creepy things. At least he got a gap. Yo, our thigh gap's back in fashion. You're envious. Oh my god. Is this jewelry? No. Oh, but it would. I just realized that would actually be like a really creepy ear weight, wouldn't it? Like a gauge ear weight. That could be really creepy. Hey Sal. Ash, what's my star sign? Whips out meat scepter. Oh my god. Star signs are, oh my god, I can't. Who saw the moon, the crazy eclipse the other night? There was supposed to be like some kind of a moon eclipse. I didn't get to see it because here in Montreal it was like super cloudy and there was a blizzard that was happening and I didn't want to be outside in negative 30 degrees Celsius. So, and it was also cloudy. You saw it. I know. Did you see it? Did you see it? Laura, did you see it? I'm so sad. I didn't get to see it. The hell? It was cloudy when I looked. Like an earring, yeah, like a weight, right? Like a gauge weight. You saw it? It was cold as heck. I know, it was so cold. It was hurting. It was actually hurting. My dog was like angry. He was so upset. He didn't want to go outside. I don't blame him. It was so cold. Alright, so these guys are gonna have to have some like crazy muscle action. You're not in Canada? That's okay. No, you didn't see it though, right? It was like all over. You didn't have to be in Canada to see it. You didn't get out that entire day. You just saw it online. Yeah, no, I know. Oh my god. Like I didn't want to leave I didn't want to leave my room, but I had to go outside because the dog needed to do his business. Thank goodness Monty's good for holding his bladder for quite a few hours and being like totally okay with that. We were both sad. He didn't want to go. Every time I was just like, hey, it's time to go out, he would be like, you could just see in his face, he's like, oh god, no. Got a picture of an asteroid smash. Oh, what? I feel like I totally missed out. That sucks. Stupid clouds. Why do people live in places where they die if they stay outside for 10 minutes? Because it's like, you know, it's like because that's all. All right, we're gonna take a break in a bit because I need to do a potty and and then I'll be back. I need to do a stretch as well, and you guys should probably do the same. No, it makes perfect sense. It's awesome here. I actually really love Montreal. It's a very very nice city. It's not like overcrowded, and I think I really enjoy that. Like it still feels like a city, but it's not like Toronto where I used to live. Oh my gosh. I really didn't like living in Toronto. Montreal is lovely. Too much info? I mean, I can give you more info. A UFO invasion and some of my monsters to come out. Oh my god. I feel like all of my monsters would be screaming in pain. You could have it all. That's what a monster that is like a deformed monstrosity. Where do you think the word monster comes from? But thank you, Ross. Only been in your state a handful of times, outside of your state a handful of times. That's okay. Not everybody like travels like crazy. It's not like it's sort of the internet's really good, and the media in general is really good at like pushing like this idea of like you have to like travel the world and stuff like that, but it's not really like feasible for a lot of people, myself included. Like it's just kind of like craziness. And I mean, it is really nice to explore the world, but you know, it's not super feasible. So don't feel bad for it. It's expensive, and not everybody can just drop what they're doing and go wherever like all of these like crazy like travel videos suggest. Like just like, oh, I just woke up one day and on a whim I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw my cares to the breeze, and I'm just gonna pick up my bag and I'm gonna go on the road and I'm just gonna see what happens. Like no. Okay? Do you have like no. Like most people can't do that, so don't feel bad. Wanted to ask you Spectacular and where everything is going. VR, I think is pretty awesome. I think they're really starting to get I saw there was like this one game in VR where I can't remember what it is. It's just a little demo, and the weapons had like really nice collision. Like you would hit something and the weapon would stay in it until you pulled it out of like the board or the floor or the person. So that was really cool, and I think it's getting a lot more immersive that way. The last time I tried VR, like I haven't tried it in a while. It must have been a year now that I've tried it, so lots of things have changed since then. But the feedback wasn't exactly nice. Like it wasn't good enough to me. Like the haptic, like the you know when you're holding like the little controller things and it does like a vibration if you hit an object, like that kind of like feedback wasn't good enough for me, and I felt like really like disconnected. But I think they're definitely getting better with that. how hot does Montreal get in the summer? The summertime it can get pretty yeah, like Banshee said, like it gets like it's more like humid than anything, honestly. Um yeah, it's just like it's hot but it's like humid. So like you're like you walk outside and maybe it's like, 28 degrees, 30 degrees Celsius, and you just start sweating because it's just really it's like almost like it's like rainforest, but like it's not a rainforest. It's weird like how humid Montreal gets. Like I can't hang anything on my walls with tape because in the summertime it will like fall down. Like none of that like sticky stuff. It all has to be drilled in because it will fall down because of like how humid the air gets here. Like even in the wintertime it's like, the humidex is actually pretty high a lot of the time. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more intense in the summer for the humid. Walk to the store and back. That's traveling. Hey Poop, how are you doing? Haptic, yes, there we go. A haptic bodysuit? That's intense. That's like what's that movie? Ready Player One. All right, I think I'm gonna go and take a quick breakerino. I will put Creep on the screen here for all of those who want to stare at his magnificent creepiness. Roar. XD. All right, let's see. Let's put the BRB thing up, and yeah, I'll be back in like 3 minutes or so. Get up, stretch, do your thing, and then I'll be going for another 2 hours after I'm back. Hi, Flapped and Jack. I'll be back. Promise. He wanted to come say hi. Have I done sculpting for a film? Yes. Yes, I have. Hello. 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 Yeah, the last thing that I've worked on film wise that's been released was Next Gen on Netflix. It was an animated film. Gotta get rid of the BRB. Yes, he's a good boy. Hi, bud. Hi. Is that a scary thing on the screen? When he says hello. And then we'll get back to sculpting. Hello. Hi, Zan. Hi, Grim. Oh, you're a good boy. Yeah. There was a dog earlier. That's what you were probably hearing. Him like freaking out. There's a dog outside that was just like losing his mind, and Monty couldn't. He was like, I need to bark back. I have to. When am I gonna tell Monty he's old enough to date? You know what's crazy? He is a dog that doesn't hump. He doesn't hump anything. Hey, Skip. There you go. There you go. All right. Okay. Bye, says Monty. Bye bye. Back to sculpting. All right. Good boy. What have I created on Next Gen, you mean? I created a whole bunch of characters. I was one of two concept sculptors on the show. I didn't do the final meshes, but I was a concept sculptor, and then a character surfacing artist. So after we sculpted the characters, it was sent off to a different section of the studio, and modelers retopologized our concept sculpts for us, which was an amazing job. And that's not usually how it goes, but that was so cool because then we could just sculpt and send it off afterwards. But yeah, it like and then after it was retopologized, it would be sent over to us again, and we'd UV it and texture it. So I created Momo. Well, I all of these characters are a group effort, but I was the concept sculptor for Momo, for Molly, for Pin, Rice. There's like a whole bunch of characters that I can't like get off of the top of my head right now. Lots. I was on that project for a while. Hey, VBN. How are you doing? That's pretty much all Momo ever said. Yeah, I know. You judging me, bruh? The original design for Momo, I had made him look more like a piranha. I wish I could show you these things too, but I can't. I had made him look more like a piranha originally, but then we scaled that back, and he still kind of has some of the piranha vibes to him, because he's like a scrappy dog that's constantly barking and just like all I could think of is like a piranha. And so I had him like kind of like a shape of a piranha initially. He's still kind of like that, but it's a less exaggerated form. Yeah, I'm just gonna do some of the more like refining stuff for this. Probably up that. I could probably actually merge this guy down onto the neck. That'll probably be better. And then do a higher res Dynamesh for this. There we go. So now it'll flow better. But I also love all of like this texture that kind of like comes with the like Dynameshing a low res model that's from Sculptress or whatever, because then you get all like this like nasty little bumpy things, which is great if you're just sketching, because it just kind of like it suggests details without it actually being defined, and that is fantastic when you're doing sketch work of any kind, be it 2D or 3D. And then you just kind of get it done really fast. It's a shorthand. When they ended on the cutting floor, oh, I didn't see Bird Box. It's just like it was like so, it was advertised so heavily, it was actually pretty annoying, and that made me not want to watch it, because I felt like, oh, they're overcompensating. And it ended up like, I ended up looking at the reviews after, so I was like, oh yep. But I don't know, maybe I'm judging before I've even seen it, but yeah. It's like I couldn't go anywhere online without seeing like Bird Box challenge. But yeah, so if you have any like questions, feel free to ask. It's boring. She's always angry in every movie. Oh man. Sandra Bullock. Which other movies is she in? I'm trying to remember. I'm not very good with actor names. She's always angry. I'll probably recall her character very quickly if you can remind me what other movies she's in. Pretty Woman? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Blindside. Alright. Pretty Woman is somebody else? Okay, so that isn't... Okay. I haven't seen... Oh, is it her in Gravity? Star Wars? So starts listing out like literally every movie. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. She's in everything. Well, maybe, yeah, she's probably just been like cast in those roles, right? Hollywood kind of does this thing where women if they're older are usually cast as not these like super like whimsical characters or anything. They always like cast that as like the younger attractive lady. It's sort of like stereotypes that happen. They want like the older women to be like jaded and bitter and things like that. You can really like, it's just, yeah. Charlize Theron, yeah, she's really awesome, but again, bitter older woman, right? And she's not even that old, but she isn't like a 20 something, so Hollywood will cast her like that. It's just, it's a crazy thing that they do. It's kind of messed up, but whatever. I mean, it's not like that all the time, but it is a very, very common thing to happen. Is to just get typecast because of your age. Yeah, at least she's really good at it, right? Yeah. Oprah in A Wrinkle of Time. I also didn't see A Wrinkle of Time. Was it actually Oprah? Wait, what? Oh my god. I don't even know. No one did. Don't take off your blindfolds, and if you find out she's talking to a couple, oh. Yeah, poor 3-year-olds. Rest in peace. Get mad. Yeah. The kids look traumatized. So beautiful. Hey Alex, thank you. Have I ever worked at a VFX studio? I have done concept work for a VFX studio, but I haven't actually worked in-house at a VFX studio. That pelvis is you after sitting on a chair all day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, posture is so important, guys. It really is. It's so important. So, if you're not getting up and stretching, please do that. Model an Alaskan bullworm. An Alaskan bullworm. Oh man, that'd be crazy. Should also model a sea bear. A water bear. Water bears are cool. Gotta get that sea bear circle. SpongeBob was amazing. I love that. I got to experience it too when I was a kid, which is like fantastic because now it's like also nostalgic. I know a lot of people got it when they were like, you know, a teenager, young adult, but I was like young enough that like I just like I quote SpongeBob constantly in real life. If somebody doesn't know what SpongeBob is, they get so confused. Like, what are you talking about? And then that's the moment I realized that I can't be friends with that person. We got Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, I didn't watch any of Ren and Stimpy. Got some of that cat dog action though. Cat dog, cat dog. I know it is. It's so quotable. The best one is what is that? The art episode. The art school one where Squidward tries to teach SpongeBob art and SpongeBob's just naturally gifted at art and Squidward's just there like, why does this suck? The best one though, the best thing is oh my god. I don't think I can play it though because I don't want. No, I can't. I don't think I should play it just in case of copyright. But yeah, no, I can't because we're on YouTube as well, and this is gonna go to YouTube. I don't want to just whatever. There's this like clip where SpongeBob is just like, well, he's like, oh, I'm just a crap artist anyways, so it's off to the dump with me, I guess. Puts himself in like a like a box, and he's like, to the dump, to the dump, to the dump, 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 to the dump, to like, can relate. moment is the pizza song when they find their pioneer rock. Oh my god, that's so good too. Old, bold, and brash. Squidward, don't you remember? It's old, bold, and brash. Give me that. Like, you start with a circle, and then, or, you start with a head, and then you erase all the detail-y bits, and then erase the stuff inside, and bam! A perfect circle! Oh my god, I love it so much. I think I like Eden. Oh man. Love SpongeBob so much. It's a log, log, log. You never got into SpongeBob? Dude, it's the most quotable thing ever. It's so, like, there's a relatable moment for, like, actually everything. Alright, hold on. Let's get this really nice and bony. Your question got deleted again, breaking some rules. Well, what's your question, Poop? Try and rephrase. This is Patrick. The musical bowl was so good. 24, 25. Oh my god. There's so many memes, dude. Austin, you came in time for me to talk about SpongeBob. I was just telling everybody how amazing SpongeBob is in the art episode. You got some more primals? Oh my gosh, dude. Whatever. The shapes are fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. As about the snake hook setup, intensity, pen sensitivity, curve, the default is too strong, hard to control for you. Is that not kosher to ask? Blasphemy! You don't like default snake hook? Ban! No, yeah, I use the default snake hook. If it's too strong for you, that's okay. Like, Shane Olsen has another way of using snake hook. You don't need to use it though. You can use just the regular move tool, like the move brush. It's not really like, it's not a must-have when you're sculpting. It's just a way of sculpting that I thoroughly enjoy and have gotten used to. Shane uses it for certain things too, though, so you can check out that. I think he has like a bunch of different ways of using it as well. Some Rick and Morty, that's always good, always good. Did I tell them about... Yeah, you have a Bold and Brash sweater. Oh, Bold and Brash! So good. Eh. Big Pogs the 10. How's Big Pogs doing? Is Big Pogs doing good, Austin? Splice is my brother, by the way. He's talking about Diablo right now. We've been playing Diablo a whole bunch together. His character's name is Big Pogs, and the reason why he has 10 at the end of it, I know none of you care, but the reason why he has 10 at the end of it is because we're playing hardcore, and he died 10 times, and we power leveled back up to 10. So... I'm doing good, Adrian. How are you? Will I be on tonight? I am going to be streaming here for another hour and a half. So you're probably going to be sleeping by the time that I would even have time to come on and play. With the server lag. It's actually not super bad. I'm only at GR 70 right now. He's pushing... well, I'm playing Witch Doctor. He's playing Barbarian. He's at GR. Are you still at 9? You're at 91 right now, right? You'll be on? Okay. A monster from Blame? Oh, sick. Hey, Cass. Hey, Zerky. It's Pog. Snakehook rules. I agree. Now he's just waiting for people to die. Top 10 hardcore. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I don't... ugh. My drop, like the RNG on my runs have been awful. Absolutely horrible when I've been playing Diablo this season. It literally took me like a whole day just to get one set. It was awful. Spent so many blood shards, god. And I was like, oh, you know what'll be great? I'll just like, I'll use my Witch Doctor, get a chicken build going. I'll run a chicken build, and then it'll be like super fast to get everything else. No, it was impossible to get the chicken build right off the bat, which is stupid. RNG, this was not on my side. I needed to pray harder. Thanks, Giggle. And Cass, I appreciate it. What kind of chair is that? It's a IKEA chair. It's awful. I mean, it's not awful. It's like better than the $10 Walmart chair I was using before, but it's not like the best thing. Must resist urge to play Diablo. It's evil. Quite literally. It's so addicting. So many people are like, and do you have a phone? Whatever. I enjoy Diablo. Am fan of Diablo 3. Unsub, unfollow, unsubscribe. I did. I angered RNGesus somehow, and it took me way too long. I'm like, oh my god. Just to get like one thing of Helltooth, I was so upset. Just like I wanted the chess piece for Helltooth, and it took me like 3 hours just to get a chess piece for Helltooth, and it's like the game doesn't want me to play chicken. So now I'm running Jade Harvester, and that's, I don't even know if any of you guys know what I'm talking about. I would just stop talking about Diablo now. Okay, bye. Alright. Tasty. We getting there, boys. What is that? It's my friend. I see him at night sometimes. He visits me, you know. I wouldn't print this in 3D. Or I don't know, maybe. It's not really on my to-do list. You would print it? Well, I wouldn't, so. I don't know where I'm going with that. So, I guess. You have 2 SLA printers now and getting another 2. Wow. Wow. So rich. So rich. I have no printers. None. Kickstarter? Oh man. I'm nervous about Kickstarter. I hear like so many of my friends have like backed things that just like it just didn't go through, and they're having a hard time getting like their money back for certain things, and it's just like we're waiting years for anything to come out. I'm just like, so nah. You waited for a year and a half to get your first one? Oof. Big oof. Big oof, dude. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if I could wait that long. I feel like I would just forget that I've even done like anything, like that I even pledged anything. And then I'd be frustrated because I'd be like, where's my money going? Like, what am I spending my money on? I don't have anything to show for it. This music is so smooth. I know you guys can't hear it, but my music is so smooth. Clay buildup. Come on, where are you? Or clay tubes. Let's get a alpha on this. Let's give it a rough square here. It's got a sharper edge. Do you want to animate my creations? Oh man. Well, I don't rig them or anything, so that would require a whole process. But I'm flattered. Very flattered. $2 years for some art books. Oh my god, I can't imagine if I ever did something where I was like gonna release an art book, I would only announce it if I had gotten over half of it done. And so I knew it wouldn't be like an insane wait, because that's crazy. That's not fair. That's not fair to make an audience wait that long. Oh my goodness. $2 years is like crazy. Do I have a Instagram or ArtStation account that you can follow? Yes, I do. Okay, you're on YouTube though. Wait, let's see if I can like drop links in the YouTube thing. Let's see. All right, here, let's try this. Where's my links? All right, here you go. Follow any of those. I'll do it on Facebook as well, because why not? Even though there's probably like 2 people watching on Facebook. And there you go. Ooh. And then there you go as well. There we go. What am I actually doing? We're just sculpting right now. Right now I'm using the clay tubes brush constant to create these kinds of things. These like little indents here. This is like more of like a bony structure, and I like using the clay tubes for things like this, where it'll just be like surface level, and this kind of gives like that like tooth look. Like if you've ever seen like a megalodon's like tooth, it's got like these sort of like indents that happen like this. It's sort of a like wear over many years that happens, and it just ends up looking like really organic, like it's been used a lot. It's been chipped down. Hey Sneak, how are you? I'm doing good. Sneaky. Do I use Sliver of Magic the Gathering as reference for you? No, I'm not using reference for my sculpt right now. This is just a for funsy, out of imagination, whatever comes to the top of my head sort of a deal. Game of Thrones is the one that you're waiting for? Having to playing you, assuming I'm talking about yours. Oh, blue. Yeah, yeah. Use so many brushes you never knew you had. It's all there, man. It's all there. All of it. But yeah, this sort of like stuff that I'm doing here, I wouldn't do until it's retop time. After retop, I would start getting in all of this stuff because like this is just like in terms of concept, I don't really care. We're just having fun. But if I were to do an actual finished model, I would definitely want this to be retopped before I get into any actual details here. All right, and then now we're gonna do what I really like doing. I haven't even touched the arms yet, but that's okay. We still have like so much time. We'll grab the slash brush, come in here, and just kind of throw down some of these guys. Just sort of like define certain bits here. I like the slash brush for that, just like creating little nublets to stick out. Helps define like overhangs. And then we'll go back up here. Do I work with games or movies? Usually film. It's been mostly like film, animation, that sort of deal. Put like a bunch of like whole things in here. Get them all nastified. Add texture in Substance Painter. Yes, usually well, I'm not doing that this stream, absolutely not. But yeah, for a lot of these things, if they're not sculpted in, I'll just do fine details in Substance for not for final models if I am required to do texturing as well. My computer rig parameters on Twitch up to date or not? Yeah, it is. It's up to date. Yeah, the ones on my channel. If you go and look at it, that's what it is right now. Nothing too crazy. I haven't upgraded my computer for quite a few years now, so that's what we're working with. Okay. I don't download any brushes really, but Pablo actually has some really cool brushes if you want to check out ZBrushGuides.com. Pablo has some really cool stuff. And populate an entire game with them and you buy it. Oh my god. That would still take like an enormous amount of effort to get all of it game ready. ZBrush Core for beginners? Yeah, I think I haven't personally used ZBrush Core, but if you're not willing to dish out like that big sum of money right off the bat, ZBrush Core is an alternative for sure, because you're going to be able to still sculpt. You just can't use all of the features, right? There isn't like all of the features. Like you can't use things like nano mesh, for example. You can't use like array mesh. You can't like there's a bunch of things that you can't use that I'm not 100% sure of. So definitely go and see what that is on the site. And if you don't need any of those things, then yeah, ZBrush Core is totally fine. And you can still do most of what I do on these streams just with ZBrush Core too. Like they're gonna have all that. I don't think that you can import a bunch of brushes. I think you gotta use what's there, I think too. Oh, thank you, Star. Have I run out of memory? Personally, no, I have not. But I can imagine that happening if you start going like way up high to like stupid amounts. Like if I were to work at like 80 mil total, probably would have a problem. With like, and the thing is like I only have 16 gigs of RAM, so if you have like a rig with 32 gigs, like you're like totally okay to do whatever you want. Like 16 gigs has been doing me just fine. Keep Photoshop, ZBrush, Maya, and Substance open and have 60 tabs of Chrome at once. Oh my gosh. Watching your stream secretly. Secrets! I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell. They'll all know. Oops. No, I'm just gonna append. When you buy it with Wacom, you get beginner. Oh yeah, that's true. There is a deal, isn't it? Yeah. Forgot about that. Get that in there. Let's get some droolies. I haven't sculpted nasty droolies in a little while. So I'm gonna do that. Something fun to note about drool, and something I see a lot of people get wrong, is it sticks to the surface that it's coming out of, right? So if you had water drip down your cheek, it doesn't just go from here straight down. No, it rolls, right? And then you notice that, like, if you're crying, like, let's say your mom takes away your Xbox, and, like, you know, you're suddenly like, oh no, the world is ending. Well, watch the tear that comes down from your cheek. I'm sure you all know that feeling. And then it comes right down here, and then it goes here, and then it drips. It's because water sticks to your surface, to surfaces. It actually, there is like a stickiness, I guess is the positive negative charge or whatever from skin to water, whatever. I'm science. And so it comes and it rolls down, and it just kind of reaches the apex of whatever it is that curve is. And if it starts to go up again, that's where it will stop. And then it will, bloop, gravity will then take over, and it will fall down. Its weight will then take over and fall down. So with drool, it's kind of the same thing. If you're drooling out of the side of your mouth, like here, it will come down, and then it will roll down here, and then it will fall down. And so you can get more realistic looks for drool and things like that, and water, if you consider the physics behind it, and also the weight that happens. So when it comes out, it gets really thin, and then there's a thickness that happens down there. And that's because of the weight of the water or drool or whatever the slime that's coming off of it pools. So if you think of gravity, think of like a water balloon, right? You fill it with water and then it stretches. It's not like the same length through the entire water balloon. You have this heaviness at the bottom, and the rest of it is stretching. So it's the kind of the same thing, but remove the latex. And you've got your water dripping. Same idea. So keep that in mind as well. That's how that works. I am so into saliva. I'm getting dirty up in here. No 3D models lately, but stream it. Oh, thank you, Elmo. I appreciate it. Will be buggy as well. Doggo, I have no idea. Honestly, like, with the new releases of any software, you can expect some kind of like bugs until it's all worked out and the software's been out for a little while. But you know, for Pixelogic products, they always come out with patches very, very quickly after the release to make sure that any problems that are happening on a wide scale is fixed. So like, that's why you see this as ZBrush 2018.1. That's because a patch has happened to fix a lot of the stability issues. It's pretty great. It's pretty good. Ding. Drool Class 101. Adobe buys Pixelogic. Oh man. They are really getting into the 3D realm, aren't they? They're really trying to stick their necks in there. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, I'm all for, like, I'm really, like, excited that companies, you know, get to focus on not just surviving, and they get to, you know, have all this, like, financial backing behind them to help them out. And they can actually focus on, like, you know, tools to put into their software, and they don't have to just worry about, like, oh, what should we do just so that we don't go under, sort of a thing. But at the same time, like, if that's pushed too much, you know, there's sort of like monopoly mentality that starts happening, and it's scary. It's not great. Sort of like the EA thing for games, right? They get a little bit crazy. Whoa, what was that? Kind of don't hate that, honestly. Let's get this. Kaiju, yeah. That's a scary way to put that. I know it is, right? Like, if you think about it, like, what if Adobe starts doing the EA thing, but for art software? I don't think so, but like, it's a thing to think about. ZBrush will open and divert it directly to Photoshop. It's like you don't even. Oh my god. No, I don't think it's not ever gonna be like. I don't think it's gonna be like bad. But it's fun to make conspiracy theories. Think, what if? The EA of is a horrible thing. Yeah. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry. Can I take it back? Can I put the sentence back in my mouth? Can I shove it down my throat? Can we pretend it never happened? Pork! Scary boy! So scared! Oh no! Macromedia. No, I don't think so either. I think well, Pixelogic's doing just fine for themselves, from what I can see. I should make a book. You think so? I don't know. Death Note? Oh yeah, the ZBrush Summit talk for the kaiju things, like, that was really cool. Oh man. Yeah, the thing with algorithmic is algorithmic or whatever is you can't really like we don't know like what they were doing, like what was happening financially with their company or anything. So if they say it makes sense, it like, you know, they have to do what they have to do. And what we can do is just be optimistic that they still want to continue what they're doing, and you know, it's not going to be like they have artists in mind, and they always have. So it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be as bad as everybody else is like worried it's going to be. There are things that, you know, people are worried about, but again, it's all just worries right now, like speculation. It's not something that can be proven. So I am optimistic until proven otherwise for that. So, okay, so here I'm going to make you guys see something that I see. So what I don't like about this is the parallel that's happening right here. It's bothering me a lot. When we go into outline mode and you see like this shape here, it just kind of gets you stuck. It doesn't keep the flow going, and that really bothers me. Because this shouldn't be a focal area right here. We want to just kind of continue up. So we're going to have to change the shape of the arms. This is totally great. It's very smooth. We get a good transition, and this drill bit is leading you right back down again. You go right back up and down and right back up. It's a good flow to the silhouette right here. Not so great. Not so great. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix that. If you have any parallels, and by parallels I mean like lines, shapes that kind of run the same direction, they have the same thickness, everything like that, you know, it becomes a tangent. You're going to want to fix that because tapers is kind of like what helps keep movement, your eyes moving throughout a design. I would not recommend moving things around in silhouette mode, but if I were to show you something right here, if I were to just do some things like this, I'm gonna make a point that now this feels a lot more flowy. All of a sudden, it just like it's so much more like you're moving through the design a lot better than when it was straight like this. That felt stuck. This feels like you're going up. So yeah. Now let's go out so that we can see what kind of nastiness we have created here from silhouette mode. But yeah, that's what I recommend, going into silhouette mode just to check your stuff if you're not used to seeing your silhouettes without it. Go into silhouette mode so you can see that. So just put on the outline filter and put your color to black, and then you can see your character and what's going on there. But I'm very used to seeing what's going on with my models because it's just been doing this for so long. But if you can't see yet, then outline mode is really great. Here's a conspiracy theory. The moon is the exact distance from the Earth to block out the sun from the vantage of the surface of the Earth, so exact that during an eclipse the rays of the sun can be seen on the rim of the moon. The chances of that happening are so improbable. The most logical answer is that the moon was built and placed. Oh my god. I don't even know how to respond to that. The moon was built. That's okay. That's out there. That is out there, cuz like the moon, oh dude, who is it built by? Who is it placed by? Aliens? Cuz the moon has been documented since before we even had spaceships. So like dang, that one's out there. You know, I love the conspiracy theory about the Anunnaki and the pyramids, even though I like it's to me like it just doesn't it's not, nope. Can't believe it, but I love the story. I love the storytelling of it. It's just such a cool conspiracy. We're talking math. Lunar Sea. That's Lunar Sea. Oh my gosh. Good job, Zebra. Oh man. Science versus conspiracy. Go. Alright, we can do some of, no, not this one. Where's my damage brush? There it is. Oh, you guys are going at it. That's funny. This is very interesting to me because, like, I haven't even thought about anything to do with the moon. The only conspiracies I've heard of the moon are just like that the government has, the US government and Russian government has like bases on the dark side of the moon. Like, what? Realize like it's so cold on the dark side of the moon? Yeah, like they all went to the moon after World War II. That's where they're hiding out. Or the center of the earth. That's another one. Actually, I think there was a funny movie. A funny movie about that. They're in the center of the earth. So stupid. What was it called? I'm sure you guys know. And then they emerge from the center of the earth. And then the other one, maybe it was like Iron Skies. Was it Iron Sky? Iron Sky was one of the stupid movies, yeah, and they were coming from the moon, right? Oh my gosh, so funny. The core. The Anunnaki. Oh my god, they're all on the moon. Everybody's on the moon. Moon's the place to be, it seems. How come we weren't invited? Alright, because we're not Anunnaki. Moon seems like pretty lit. I want to go to the moon. I want to go to the dark side of the moon. I want to be a cool kid. Yeah, I know. They're also like all the bad dudes went to the center of the earth as well. Oh my gosh. Dumbest things, dude. Or like there's like a couple of conspiracies about how there's like beautiful people in the center of the earth and they just emerge and or the lizard people. Oh my gosh, the lizard people are that's my favorite. I love that. I identify as a lizard person. Thank you very much. Not a scaly, just a lizard person. I shed my skin, my human flesh, and become the alien. Hey Tio, how are you? This brush? This brush you can find on it's also the way that you use it. A lot of what I do is not like how it's shown to be used, but I just kind of like pump it up to the max and then I just drag. You can get this off of ZBrush Guides. It's by Pablo. He's got a bunch of really cool brushes on there. The one about beautiful people in the center of the earth is true. It's true. Oh, have you been? Have you been to the center of the earth? Can you tell us more? Please. I must know. I need to know. Actually, I should probably dynamish this guy. Oops, higher. Should probably dynamish this part as well. Go. And I died. It was great. You went and you died, and now you're here, a beautiful person. You've been cloned. You're a lizard person. Do I make my own brushes? No, I don't. Like, I use mostly default ones. The only brushes that I've downloaded that I use on the regular that are not like the default brushes in ZBrush are those that I just were using from ZBrush guides, because they just like they have like this texture that's like really nice for sketching. It's really just kind of like the same like that, like this one I really like to do some things with. And then the other one is what I was just using. Where is it? The creature one right here. Whoops. Creature damage. So you can get some like cool kind of nasty things. It's just like to add like some texture onto stuff. It's just good for like concept stuff. By Pablo. ZBrush guides. ZBrush guides. Go check out ZBrush guides. Your processor heard the word Russian and you came? Oh my goodness. How are you doing? How to get your first job? Oh, don't worry. Well, what I would do if I were you is I would try to talk to as many professionals as you can. Reach out to people on LinkedIn. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback on your portfolio. And continuously work on your art. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. But yeah, like when I got my first job, I was very, very persistent. It didn't just like happen. Like I was I was at that, you know, like I was going at it. So you're gonna want to be very persistent. The character art field is very it's very saturated. A lot of artists and a lot of students trying to get jobs because it's like it's sort of like a glamorous job, I guess, because you're like, oh, you're creating the characters. So everybody kind of wants that. I don't want to be an environment artist. No, they want the character art jobs. And there's like so many schools releasing kids out of programs for games and character art and things like that. So like hundreds of schools releasing hundreds of kids every single year looking for jobs. So if you want a job, you need to be very serious about what you do. You need to be working on it every single day in order to get past and get over what most of these other people are doing that are graduating looking for jobs with you. That's thousands of people every year new added to the pot looking for jobs. So you need to really be on top of what you're doing if you want your first job. And if you don't get it for a while, just keep going, just keep trying, keep working on your art, keep trying to improve, do your studies. It is a difficult thing to get work for because it is, like I said, very saturated. I don't want to be a mood kill or a buzz kill, but that's just how it is. If I was going to make my own brush, what would I reckon is the best things to tweak? If I was going to make my own brush, or is it too in depth? What? If I was going to make my own brush, I would work with like just sort of alphas. A lot of like weird alphas, like stack some alphas on top of each other, play off of that. but I like, again, it's just to get texture stuff, right? Like I would be making brushes just for texture, like quick texture things. If otherwise, I guess like IMMs, I would just make IMMs. I don't really know what else I would do or have use for. And our job is basically Dark Souls, keep trying to get good. Yeah, the thing is, like, a lot of people think they're good, but they're not as good as they think they are, right? When you're in school, you're not as good as you think you are. When I was in school, I had a problem with that too. I thought I was good. And then you actually see like how hard it is to get a job, and you actually see that your skill level isn't up to par. And sometimes it isn't even about skill level, but a lot of the time with students that has a big factor, because you're kind of in like this pot of all of your other students, and that is your reference point, is like everybody else in your class. And so if you are all averaging the same sort of skill level, and you're maybe you're a little bit better than some of your classmates, you're gonna have like this boosted ego, and then you're just gonna get completely shot down when you realize you can't get that job. So the key is, don't just look in your little pot of of classmates or anything like that. Don't just look to your friends. Don't look in your small circle of your small circle of friends. Look at a lot of art. Keep yourself looking at a lot of stuff. Don't look at so much though. It's a balancing act, because if you look at too much, then you defeat yourself and you feel like you can't do anything. But you do need to constantly be doing your studies and everything. And don't ever think that you're like good, and you can always think that you're good. I'm not saying don't think that you're good. I just don't think that it's a healthy thing to think that you're so good you don't understand why you're not getting jobs, and why you keep getting ghosted by companies and things. A lot of it has to do as well with visas, where in the world you're located. If you need a visa to work somewhere, you're much less likely to get the job if you were to actually be in the country. And that's just because a company needs to prove to the government that they need you over anybody who's in the country. So they need to prove to the government that they need you over anybody who's already in the country. So it's a whole process that needs to happen before you can get sponsored to come and work at a company outside of outside of where you're currently staying. So that's another thing. Skill is a big one, though. It really is a big one. It is such a big one. And being in the right place at the right time is another one. But I have to say that yeah, your skill level is a big thing, because some of the portfolios that I've seen from people, they ask, like, I've been trying for so long to get a job, like I can't get a job. And I look, and it's like, they say that they've graduated from whatever school, and they think that because they have this diploma or because they have this bachelor that they're entitled to a job. And that's not the case. Just because you go to school doesn't mean you're going to be good at what you do. A lot of these art schools, I hate to say, but like they're letting people graduate without even understanding the fundamentals of art. So you need to be really aware of your own skill level and ask for feedback as much as you can. I know it's hard to talk to professionals and get an honest opinion back, but again, like, there's these streams, right? You could always ask them for advice. Not everybody's going to be giving you a portfolio review, but it is very important to understand your skill level, and that if you have a diploma or a bachelor, it doesn't automatically entitle you to a job, and to forego that ego and entitlement and just keep working on your art, and realize that if you keep applying to places and you're continuously working on improving yourself, that eventually something will give. But if you stop working and you stop trying to improve, you're not going to get what you're looking for. And that includes, like, if you were to get your first job and you stop working on your projects on the side and then you lose said job, just because you had that first job doesn't mean you're entitled to your second job, right? And so it's one of these things, like, art is being a creative is a lifestyle. It's not really a 9 to 5. It is a lifestyle. It is something that you should be very passionate about, because there are a lot of downs. It's not something where you're going to be, swimming in money. So, definitely check yourself and keep pushing. If it's really something that you want to do, you got to keep pushing. And I want to be optimistic for everyone. And thing is, like, a lot of people here are not going to get their first jobs. It's just like, life comes in the way of, practicing every day, right? But you gotta be doing your studies and things like that. You have to be reaching out, and networking is a big one too. If you just sit there in your room and you don't talk to anyone, how are they going to know that, hey, maybe you're the person that I need for the job? It's always hard for me to talk about these kinds of things too, because I got my first job right out of school, and I can tell you right now that I didn't 100% deserve what I got, but I got lucky, and I got put in my place when I was at work. My ego went from up here to, like, way down here, because, again, being in school, you're in, like, this bucket of, you don't see what's outside of the bucket, you just see what's in the bucket and the people doing the things in the bucket. And then, if you were doing good there, your teachers were telling you were doing good there. Your professors were telling you, you're doing really good, and you pass with flying colors and stuff like that. And then you're like, I deserve a job. But it's like, no, reality hits you, and you realize that. So without it happening to you guys, without being smacked down and having to live that, here, not only mine, but, like, so many other professionals' words of advice right now: just check yourself and realize that you are really not as good as you think you are. You're just not. You're not. And just keep working. How good am I? Oh. Lead character artist at Blizzard for 10 years. He said everyone there was headhunted. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, for a top tier studio like that, if your portfolio speaks for you, you're good. But you gotta really, like, you gotta have it speak for you, right? Hey, Vincent. Yeah, it's just some, like, gross, creepy creature. Hey, Salu. The thing is, like, I don't think that comparing yourself to other artists is necessarily the way to go either. What you should be doing is getting a critical eye on your own artwork and seeing where your work can improve from, rather looking at somebody else and how they handle their art. Um, your bar should always be set higher and higher for yourself. There isn't really, like, an end to art, because as the more you grow, the more you learn, your style will continuously change. I mean, this might not be, like, the same kind of artist, obviously, but if you look at Picasso, right, like, he started, like, when he was 15, he was doing like really, really well rendered realistic portraits of people, like, absolutely amazingly realistic portraits of people, up until he was 18, and then he just started going a whole other direction. And by the time he was, like, really like old, like when he was like 60 or whatever, he was doing like these really crazy abstract things that you look at, you're just like, whoa. But again, it's like there was a journey of art to get there. And, you know, he probably wasn't like, he's Picasso, right? Like that is him as an artist. Like, you know, comparing yourself to other artists and stuff is not necessarily like the way to go. You should always be doing your studies and seeing like, you know, technically if you can get better, and what do you like as a person, where do you want to go at with your art, instead of like, you know, copying others. Copying is good for studies and things like that, but you know, I'm just saying, try to hold on to who you are as well, and your style will come with time and practice. If you don't have something that you feel like is your style right now, don't panic. That comes through a lot of studying. The more you study, and do sketches and things like that over the years, you're going to start developing a style. And what style is, your style is your tendency to focus on certain things, the way that you hold your brush, the way that you make your strokes, all it all contributes to what your you know, your actual style is in the end. So for me, like I could say part of my style are these like squiggly overhangs and like swirls and things like that, is because I have a tendency to do that in my artwork. It's part of my style. There are certain tendencies with my curves as well. How I handle my curves is a tendency that I have, that I've built up over time. It's, you know, when you put your pen down on the piece of paper, pen on the tablet, right off the bat, you're not going to have a like a style. Style is something that is built over time, over experience, and it's not going to just, you know, be a static for the rest of your artistic career either. It's going to evolve and it's going to grow and it's going to change. And that's what happens when you're always doing your studies. It's a journey. It's going to always be different over the years. By the mouth looking bits? No eyes. No, there's no eyes. Yes, I agree. You need to learn the rules before you can break them. I completely agree. All right, 15 more minutes. Let's see. Let's get some things in here. Can have it. Half-Life vibes? You feel? Really? I guess, yeah. I can kind of see it. Kinda. Does he just get really fat for a while, like a snake? Yeah. Yeah, just get stuck. Get stuck right here. He's like a pelican. Actually, speaking of like the chunkiness, I kind of want to give him like an actual like stomach. It's sort of like a sack stomach that just like hangs over. Just hangs over everything. Awesome. Someone looked at a picture of your cat and called her a raccoon. Oof. Rip cat. Let's get a back in here. Here we go. Nasty stomach. Nasty. Oh, scaredy boy. Scaredy boy. How's the sculpting going? It's going. It's going. We've got about 10 more minutes. Alright, see you, Maple. Can you sue over that? I don't think so. Sorry. Are you sure? Are you sure? It's not a raccoon. Are you 100% sure? Okay, let's just get some slash in here really quick before we end. Ears? Nah, I'm not gonna give him ears, dude. Nah, no eyes either. All right, we've got like 5 more minutes. Just finishing up some stuff here, and then I'll do my thingy thing where we put them on the screen, do a screenshot, show you guys where to follow me after the stream. Okay. All right. Good enough. Good enough. All right. We'll put him on the screen. Yes, sir. B. There we go. That's our dude. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for hanging out. Let me just save this really quick. I'll put on the screen in a sec. Oh, what's happening? Hello. Oh, there it is. Okay. Put on the screen. Actually, I'll just copy and paste to everything. Just copy and paste. Reno's. Oh my god. Monty. So here's that. And that. And this as well. Okay, guys. Yeah, so those are the places that you can follow me. I'll put it on the screen as well, just so you can see Arenos before I dip. I'll do my little spiel. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. This is the Pixelogic channel. If you guys do want to follow me on my own channel, I linked it in all of the chats, and it's on the screen and also at the bottom of right here. Creature and Character Concept Sculpting with Ashley A. Adams. That is my stuff. Don't traumatize the dog. Hey, bud, you want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye to everybody? Whoa, there he is. There he is. So, thank you guys for hanging out. I'm here usually on almost every single Wednesday at the same time. So 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST. That's Eastern Central Time. So feel free to hang out then or hang out on my stream, whichever. And I will see you guys later. Yes. Oh, and next up is Steven Anderson. Smartest. You saw him earlier in chat, so he's literally going to be live in literally just 1 hour, and he does like environment stuff, so check him out. He's awesome. And what else? Yes, follow the Pixelogic channel for more amazing streamers that do all kinds of amazing things, not just creepy, gross creatures like I do. There's a whole host of other things and different languages too. So if you can't, handle or not handle, but you don't speak English very well, there's a lot of other really, really great language-friendly artists. I don't know, other languages, lots of other languages. So check that out. And I think that's it. Yeah, 45-day free trial of ZBrush. And that's it. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. See you later. It's like, please put me down.